Hello traders, tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Monday, March the 16th. The year is 2026. Let's talk trading, weekly open and gap. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, have your risk management in place so you don't lose more than you are willing to lose while you are trading. So let's jump in and take a look at the week. Okay, we have some open gaps on the chart. And it's funny, they're all USD pairs, except for the one Australian CAD. The pound is 74 pips above the weekly open, about 8 pips off the high, 87 off the low. And we're putting in the opening range for the week here. As you can see, we just touched the opening range for the month's low and pulled back off of that. For the year, 152 pips below the yearly open, 563 off of the high and 88 off of the low. We are crawling into the inside bar range from the daily bar 8 days ago. We're still below the monthly and weekly inside bar ranges. And we got a handful of inside bar trades happening. The pound 95 pips of range on the day. The big winner, the new beast, pound New Zealand, 180 pips. I see that the yen looks like it was above 159. I really want to be short the yen, but my broker's got the craziest swap on it. I do not want to hold that sucker overnight. You can see here the pound touched the weekly open and then shot right back up. Actually, it pierced it and shot right back up. We're almost at the bottom of the hour. Might get some, maybe you can get a cover or at least a halfway point on this M30 candle. And the red rats get ready to feast. I don't believe the green rats had a feast because there wasn't enough range at the time. Bambino Flex says to go short. Price near the pivot was a short, but some days are better than others. And you can see right here on the H4 chart, it just moved up and beyond. Looks like we're sitting right at the weekly pivot as we speak. Near R1's a short. We're about 13, 14 pips away from R1. We did take out the daily pivot. We've taken out the week so far. We have not taken out the monthly pivot. As you can see here, we touched that lower wick zone and shot right back up. $95 pips of range so far on the week. We haven't broken out of the high. We haven't broken out of the low. Came close. Okay, so red rats on the week, 7 pips. Green rats, 87. And that high minus open crossover, 82. And the open minus low, 12 at the moment. Simple price action chart. Looks like we came near the double O. Didn't quite touch it there. Oh, this is my new multimeter display on a separate chart. So I can minimize the chart like this and not have to have all the multimeters on all the charts to reduce processing, even though I don't think it makes much difference with these computers, modern computers. But that way, I don't have to recode every chart. Okay, so see we've got a lowest high here. We got a higher low there. You can see the distance between the two is tightening. The lower high, higher low, using the mid dots to plot the lines so you can see that it makes sense only to take trades when there's horizontal. Okay, we got the bottom of the hour here. See if we can push down. Break through to 00, 95, 90, 85. $265 range so far this month. I think we've already, since we bounced off that bottom, I don't think we changed the year-to-date accumulated yet. We did earlier in the month, but so we're at 651. Looking at the monthly, we're below that wick zone. Price turning down, sellers still strong control. For the week, we got a lower high, higher low, so it's an inside bar, and the previous bar was an outside bar. And for the day, looking at these pivots again, we're between the wick zones, buyers strong control. We crossed above the previous mid and the pivot, lower high, higher low, inside bar on the day. So just watching some of this price action. In fact, I believe sometime last week I had said something about where price needed to go, and it did hit that target for me, so that was nice. So I'm putting up some resistance here around the 00. Or I should say putting up some support. But you notice the dynamic support resistance, it's making lower lows, lower highs. So maybe it'll bend over. Let's see, let's take a look here at M5. You've got a couple of the indicator 2 dots, magenta indicating a short. So you can see here we've got a 2. So that means we had a flip-flop on that last bar. So take a short there. We've got M15, M30, 10 or more in a row. It's going up. So this is the way I look at it. So I can just take some quick reads here. Notice we've got a 3-ball, looks like got put in at the bottom there, right there. Oh, I guess I should do this in case anybody's curious. Those are all the indicators I've got loaded up there. So you can see here lower high, lower low on the 1 minute. We've got a higher high, higher low on the M5, but this is from 1 bar ago. So I like to get a read from 1 bar ago. So you see here we had a higher high, higher low. But now we got a new M5, so it's showing lower high, lower low, because this is what would be given the signal, the previous bar, not the current state. Oh, one other neat thing I was looking at. Oh, that's the 2020 smart ranges. I need the 2023. I was looking at the close minus the indicator 2 or EMA 5, and I noticed if it got to the 80 percentile, it's or higher, then just take the trade in the opposite direction, basically trading back towards the moving average, and you can usually nab it for a quick pip or two. So you can see here we're bouncing off of the 3-ball. We put in a new 1-ball here on M5. So there's that 1-ball. So we'll see what price wants to do. So it looks like the red rats are starting to feast. The smart rat trigger is right here at 3300. So let's see if it can leave the original rat. And do its 95, 90, 85, 75 move. So, fellow traders, the fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over. I hope everybody had a fun and safe weekend, and be safe out there if you celebrate St. Patty's Day. A good friend of mine's son got killed by a drunk driver, so pretty shaken up over that. Anyway, I want you to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and trade the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.